Hey everybody, I just wanted to make another video. I'm going to try and make this quick but still give you all clear a clear update of what's been going on over the last week. It's been a lot, and it's been something major going on, so I just wanted to update everyone. But before I do that, I do want to thank everyone. The response to the last video was tremendous. I want to thank everyone for your encouraging words, thoughts, prayers, kind words, everything that you all have sent my way. I really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate it. You have no idea how much it meant to me. What I'll do, I'll go back to the end of my last video. It was the next day I was going to go see the radiation oncologist and get for a consultation and to set up the treatment plan. Basically, they did all the measurements and to figure out where they were going to shoot the radiation beams in my body. Also, I had an MRI done on the 13th of September, and that was just to get some better images for the doctor when he was creating my treatment plan. Well, so that was done on the 13th. Yesterday, the 16th, got a phone call from the radiation oncologist with the results of the MRI, and I believe, guys, that prayers have been answered somewhat. So with the MRI showed, instead of it being stage 3, the MRI is showing that it's stage 1, possibly stage 2, and that my lymph nodes are not as enlarged as what the ultrasound showed. But the problem here is that there are two conflicting images. There are two conflicting images now. The radiation oncologist presented me with two options, and those two options are A, to continue on with the original treatment plan, which is to do radiation, chemotherapy, for about 6 weeks, and then do the IV chemotherapy for about 8 to 16 weeks. 8 weeks, I'm sorry, like 8 weeks, and then do surgery. And that was the option that the first option that I was presented with, to do it that way. Now he's saying, based off the MRI, which is what he wants to believe, that I can forego radiation and chemotherapy in the beginning and go straight into surgery. And then, depending on what the pathologist finds, once the tumor and the lymph nodes are removed, I may still need to have chemotherapy and radiation, but it's not a guarantee. It all depends on what pathology says afterwards. That's option 2. Well, after we're going back over everything and listening to all the recordings that we have of what the doctors have been saying, and then I consulted with my family, the 5 most important people in my life. We all came and decided on all of this. We came to the consensus it was a consensus actually. Everyone agreed and said that I should continue on with the first treatment plan, which was the radiation, chemotherapy, and then surgery. And the reason we came up with this decision is because the surgeon and the oncologist from jump have said surgery is only going to be first if the tumor is located in a certain spot of your colon. If it is not located, so it's basically, I have this picture here that he shows. So if the tumor is within a certain spot of the colon, which they were hoping, which is like up here in the curve of it, like the sigmoid part of the colon, the sigmoid part of the colon, then he can do the surgery first, remove that, and connect point A to point B without any problems. And that's only if it's within, and the number I believe he gave me was 12 centimeters. If it's 12 centimeters from my rectum, if it's at least 12 centimeters or higher, then he can do the surgery first, and that'll leave him enough room here at the bottom to connect these two. Well, unfortunately, my tumor is not within that range. My tumor is only is 6 centimeters from the end of the rectum. So it's actually below this line, basically. If they do the surgery first, that only leaves them a little amount of space to connect this to this, and that amount of space, he wasn't initially said he didn't want to do it if it was within that range. So I'm going to continue to go by what he said in the beginning. It's within 6 centimeters of my rectum. So he wanted the radiation to shrink the tumor first, give him more space to connect the top and the bottom. Then a colostomy bag more than likely is not going to be required because there's so much more space to work with. When I talked to the radiation oncologist yesterday, and he said he consulted with the surgeon, his words were, the surgeon feels like he could probably connect the top and the bottom, and there not be any issues. He feels like he can. So that feels like he can. If he's felt like that in the beginning, if he feels like that, he should have said that in the beginning. It doesn't matter where the colon is. I mean, where the tumor is in your colon, we can do the surgery first. He didn't say that. He said if it is, when he found out where my tumor was located, he didn't say we can still do surgery first. He said just let's do radiation and get that thing shrunk down. So that's what I'm going with. Yes, there's a possibility I would not have had to go through radiation and chemotherapy, but I'm not willing to take that chance, honestly, and I want to go ahead and shrink the tumor first and give the surgeon more space to work with so that a permanent colostomy will not be needed. They said I'll have to have one initially, but once everything heals, I won't have to have one. So that's the update, guys. Radiation is set to start on September 27th. So y'all just continue sending them thoughts and prayers my way, because they have already been answered, because it's possibly only stage 1, and if it's only stage 1, the chemo and radiation, it'll be just that more effective, and that's what I'm hoping for. It maybe can get rid of the cancer 100%, and at that point surgery might not be required at all. So again, I might not be doing another video update, but if y'all want, always hit me up on Facebook. You can leave a comment here on YouTube, or if you got my number, send me a text, send me a call. Some days I don't feel like talking, but I'll definitely try to reach back out to you if it's one of those days. Like Monica said, just one of them days that a girl goes through. But other than that, y'all, I appreciate it all. I love you all, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace out.